Oh, yeah.
And let's have a party. Celebrate and let's have a good time. You and me, 'cause everything is alright. Just believe you'll see that we gon' make this thing explode.
Welcome back, guys. This is Tauntaun777 here, and we're here with another episode of Tea Time, boy. Gonna have some fun and talking some junk. Well, it's not really junk. It's a real controversial issue going on right now, at least in my home state, Missouri. Right now, the University of Missouri, or Mizzou, as most of you may know it, some of the football players, the entire football team has taken a strike. Yeah, a strike right now over racial comments made on campus and are not going to play any type of football related activities, do anything with athletics or things like that until the current president resigns or is replaced. So, this shows the power of just sports and athletics in general to the public. In the beginning, before the football team stepped in to put in their vote, nothing was being done. Student body presidents were doing their best to, influence the general board of governors and whatnot on the Mizzou campus to, help out with all the problems with the racism and whatnot on there. And nothing was happening. And that's sad because isn't that why we have a student body government? It's to work with the board of... I don't know. I don't know politics. I ain't getting into that kind of junk. And we're not getting into racism or other things like that. I just want to discuss right now just the power of athletics in either a collegiate standpoint, high school standpoint, and even professional standpoints, because we as a society put sports on a high pedestal. I mean, we look up to athletes or teams or whatnot. I mean, come on. I know, at least in my home state, that's what we do. We look up to football a lot. I mean, it's like, oh my goodness, if you don't have a sports team in football, you're just a nobody. So, anyways, just having Mizzou football players stand up for the students and whatnot throws a big power blow into the Board of Governors, having to make a decision of whether or not to keep the current president or change something. So, it's definitely a big move for sure on the football team. Whether or not it was planned well, I don't know. That's for all of us to decide on our own accords. I'm not going to give my opinion on that. So I do enjoy the sports, taking a role and actually supporting their fellow students, because it's all for one, on a campus. Because you're still a student, you're just a little bit more popular than some of us. I think that's just about it as a student athlete. Sometimes I know a lot of student athletes, and all of them are good people, and all of them are just intelligent, and they know what they're doing. Either in their sport or their major, or just everyday things. And I mean, they're just I'm stupid next to them. Is essentially what I'm saying. But it's amazing how sports influences people. In St. Louis right now, with the Rams potentially leaving, oh my goodness, that's an uproar. Heaven forbid that to happen. Or even if you look back a couple of weeks ago when the Royals won the World Series, we had 800,000 fans pop up out of the woodwork. How that freaking happened, I do not know. Okay, that's insanity. Okay, and I mean just sports, it's amazing what they do. So I just want to ask you. Do sports play a major role in some of your ideology, or maybe if you see an athlete, supporting some sort of product or something like that, would you go to Nationwide because Peyton Manning sang a little song about some chicken parmesan? Yeah. So just discuss that type of stuff, guys. I really want to get to know, what you guys feel about sports. I know most of us are video gamers, and some of us really don't give a darn about sports. But really think about it. Think about it at your school. Think about it at your workplace. Think about it just in your family in general. Because as you can tell right here, right now, I'm an Alabama fan. And I can tell you, that was by family blood. My father was born on the University of Alabama campus. My father's parents were in the university at the time of when Bart Starr was there. And then my dad's uncle played for Paul Bear Bryant back in the day, and my dad's grandfather was a best friend with the Bear. Yeah, I have a lot of ties to Alabama, and that's just bloodline there, and that influences a lot of what we do at the household. Like on Saturdays when Alabama plays, my mother kicks him out of the house. Yes, he comes up to school and watches games with me, or we go to my other grandfather's house and we watch the football game and bug him instead. So, I mean, just think about that. I want you to look around and see how influential sports are to a society. The psychology that goes into that is amazing. And it's why athletes and programs need to be careful of the decisions they make right now. Or even ever, I mean, because you're on the spotlight. They're on the spotlight. And that's dangerous for some and good for others. So we're going to see how this Mizzou crisis turns out. Maybe we get something good out of this. But, you know, racism and stuff like that, that's for another video and that's for another time. Probably whenever things calm down. You know, because that's not a topic to discuss right now. The influence of athletic departments in sports and athletes themselves is what the topic's about. Think about it. Look around at your own school. Are the jocks, you know, the popular ones, the one making the decisions at your high school or at your college? Or, you know, are the former athletes at your workplace, you know, the one who the boss recognizes more? Or things like that. So just think about that. Look around and leave some comments, leave some likes, subscribe if you want to see different videos of me gaming or more chit-chatty stuff like this. Also, encouraging you guys to leave some comments about some topics. I need some topics. I need help. Because as I said before, I ain't the brightest, you know, in the crown box. See, I can't even make a joke about myself. It's pathetic. Anyways, topics you want my opinion on, topics you just want to discuss with me, you know, your opinion on something. I honestly, it's tea time, bro. We talk about whatever's on your mind is what we do. Okay? So, guys, until next time, this is Tauntaun777, and I am out.